Hello guys, story time. I know you guys love story times because who doesn't want to hear a fun story of something that must have happened in my life, even though y'all will be making fun of me, but I do not care. It all started one day, one beautiful and normal day. I was swiping on Tinder. I saw this guy liked me. He looked okay. I was like, okay, he does look okay. Let's see. And on Tinder, like some profiles, they don't even go in depth. Like they do not try at all. They don't go in depth to like writing about themselves, so you have at least an idea of who this person is. But he wrote something little, and I think what got my interest is cause like he wrote about him teaching, being in Korea, South Korea for like 1 year. And whoever knows me personally knows that I am a South Korean stan. I love their history. I know a lot about their history, their culture. Like I love so much about them, to the point that like I took a class, or I'm still taking a class in like Korean just for a year. When I saw that he was in South Korea for 1 year, that piqued my interest. If not, honestly, I wasn't even actually going to like this guy. So just for that fact, I'm like, oh, let me just talk to this guy and see. I'm interested in that, interested in knowing that. So yeah, I liked him back, and we started talking, and he told me like, he teaches English there for a year. He just came back to Canada. I'm like, oh wow, that's so good. Like, how was it? Like, we're just like bouncing off each other, like about Korea and stuff like that. So it was nice. So he now asked me out on a date, fast forward, like, so I was just like, yeah, sure, no problem. So he offered to pick me up. Girls, be safe though. Be safe. Like, at the end of the day, like, you don't want a serial killer picking you up, but that's by the way. He did come. When I entered his car, I looked at him, like, when you're actually meeting the person physically, like, I looked at him. He looked small-ish, like, in terms of body. I'm type of person, my preference, like I'm already skinny, in a sense. I don't look skinny here, but I am small. I actually care about, I don't want the guy I'm with to also be skinny. Like, I just feel like it won't look, like, sometimes opposite do attract. Like, I don't want anything too big. I just like in between, like when you look moderate. I don't know how to put it. Yeah, but whatever. So I was just like, oh, he looks small, but okay. Yeah, and we kept on talking on the way for dinner. Yeah, so we went for dinner, and when I saw him standing physically, another strike out for me was that he's short. It just looked like I was a bit taller than him. Sometimes I overlook that, but sometimes, like, I'm just like, I want someone that's at least a bit taller than me. That's my personal preference. Nothing against short guys. We sat down, we're talking
Talking, talking.
about Korea the whole time. In my mind, it's almost like, okay, I know that I love Korea, but that's not all I'm about. Even before I got what I ordered, I noticed that, like, I don't think he intentionally planned for us to eat there. I think he just wanted us to drink. But since we're going to a restaurant, that was the whole point. I thought we're actually going to eat, and I was hungry. I did not eat before the date, so like I thought we're going to eat. That was the idea I had in my head. Because when I said, oh, like, I'm going to eat, I want to eat, like, I did not eat before coming here. It's like, oh, like, don't you drink? It was almost like he was trying to make me want to drink instead. But I was like, oh, I have to eat though, I'm hungry. So yeah, I ordered my food and we're eating. As I said, talking about South Korea. I now decided to ask this guy, okay, so like, how long have you been single? He now mentioned that he has been single for like a month now. To me, like, personally, a month too is too short. It's too short for you to have been on your own, you know, as a single person, to like get everything in order, because I feel like if I'm with you, I'll probably be a rebound because you're not completely over your ex. And to top it off, the guy now said too that I've been single for a month, and like we've even been talking throughout this quarantine period. It's like, oh, okay, good to know, yeah. Basically, because he just came back from South Korea 3 weeks ago, he mentioned that he has been talking to his ex. Let me not say this girl, I don't know her. So in my head, that was just like a hell no. Like, I'm just going to be a rebound and I can't do this. But I was still smiling like but in my mind I was like, oh, where is the door? I'm about to run. And I started asking him questions like, okay, so what type of music do you listen to? So we listen to totally different types of music. Like, I'm Nigerian, so I mostly listen to Afrobeats, you know, mostly Afrobeats. Then I listen to pop, R&B, soul, like, you know, stuff. Maybe country, depends on the song, and maybe rap here and there. It's just, yeah, that's basically what I listen to. And he listens to rock, punk, EDM, everything in that area. I have nothing against it, it's just totally different from me. When it came to like, okay, movies, series, I'm a big series person. Like, I can watch series die. So I love watching shows, and like, he doesn't. I just started asking questions outside Korea, and I noticed that we are not compatible whatsoever. At this point of the date, I wasn't feeling it. Guys, what threw me off too was that the guy was like, yo, like when we're talking about music, the guy just mentioned his ex from nowhere, and I was like, oh,
that's one thing I loved about her. She listens to rock too, and that is not a stereotypical Korean girl. Huh?
So I was just like, yo, this date is done. Like, there's no going back from this one. And after asking all those questions, he just started rambling. At that point, I went silent because I'm just like, oh my gosh, this guy should not kill me right now. Like, I just want to go home. I was tired. And this is just a disclaimer, I'm not an entitled person. I'm independent. I take care of my own self. Like, I don't go on dates without going with money. Like, you know, I make sure that if I'm going on a date, it's something that I can also pay for myself. The hostess brought one bill because I think he noticed that, okay, this is a date situation, and obviously you would assume that the guy will pay. I was just like, okay, yeah, we should go. Like, it's already getting late and they're about to close. Like, we should probably like start heading home. Like, let's pay and go. So I was like, okay, I always offer on these dates to pay. So I offered this guy as per every other guy I've offered to pay, and every other person paid. But this guy did not even wait. Let me just act this out. So do you want us to split the bill? Yes. Okay. Like, this is the first time. I'm already frustrated. This guy asked me out on this date, and he's not going to even pay for this bill. Like, I have the money, I will pay, fine. In my head, this is my head talking. We called the hostess to pay. Even when he told the hostess that, oh, we should split the bill, the hostess looked confused, like, okay. So we split the bill, I paid, he paid. I'm like, okay. On our way back, he kept on rambling and talking. Honestly, at that point I was just tired. You know, when I'm just looking out the window side and just like, I want to get home right now. I'm tired. That's the way I was feeling. So he dropped me off, and you know, he was like, oh, I'll see you next time. In my head, I'm like, see you next time, babe. That was the last time I saw the guy. I feel bad that I ghosted him. You shouldn't be dating if you don't have money. That's the thing. As a guy, you know, I'm sure that guys keep aside money if they are casually dating, because there will be a lot of dates they go on and stuff like this. But if you don't have money, if he just wanted to hook up, he should have just told me. Although I wouldn't hook up with him because that's not what I'm looking for, but you just be honest, you know, don't do that. So yeah, I ghosted him, and that was the last time I heard from him. Yeah, what do you guys think? Was I wrong in this situation, or I did the right thing? You know, debate down in the comment section below. I love you guys. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, give this video a thumbs up, leave your comments, and share this video. I love you guys. Until we see you next time, peace.